Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Survive or Thrive. My name is Jaden, I'm from Rise Up Catering, and we're here to set you up to win.
I never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotions.
Today, I have 5 happy accidents that changed the food industry forever. Make sure you stick around right to the end, guys, because I also have peanut problems to peanut products. An amazing true story. Well, let's get into it. Number 1. It was 1958 when Omar Kennedy accidentally invented the slurpy. It happened when he received a shipment of sodas and had nowhere to put them, so he put them in the freezers. When one was left in there for too long, it accidentally froze, and it turned out that the customers actually liked them better. What started as an accident became so popular that Kennedy actually invented the machine to keep up with the demand. And it wasn't until 1965 when 7-Eleven struck a deal with Mr. Omar and changed the name from Ices to what's now known as Slurpees. Number 2. It was 1998 when the Kellogg brothers were working in a sanitarium in Michigan when they were trying to come up with some healthy food alternatives, and they accidentally let some boiled wheat go stale. They decided to see what they could do with the product. When they started rolling it out, it cracked into flakes, which the brothers then toasted, and the patients loved the toasted wheat so much that the brothers started to experiment with other food, and corn was an instant success. And thus, cornflakes has been changing breakfasts ever since. At a St. Louis World Fair in 1904, an ice cream seller named Arnold was selling so much ice cream that he ran out of cups. And he decided to come to the rescue. He rolled up his waffle-like pastry and decided to give it to Arnold for his ice cream. Thus, the waffle cone was born. Number 3. Number 4. Potato chips were accidentally invented by an unsatisfied customer and an angry yet complicit chef. The story goes that at a Moon Lake Lodge in New York, a customer complained that his chef's French fries were too thick. The chef, George Crumb, slashed a fresh batch of chips a little bit thinner, but they were still too thick for the customer. Frustrated but willing, George Crumb cut them even thinner. His hope was to annoy the customer back, but potato chips were born. Number 5. In 1935, a woman named Ruth Wakefield invented the chocolate chip cookie by accident, changing milk drinkers' lives forever. She owned a tourist lodge, and one day, trying to make cookies for her guests, she had run out of the baker's chocolate that she normally used. So she threw in pieces of Nestle's semi-sweet chocolate instead, hoping the chocolate would spread in the batter. But it didn't, and we know what happened next. Chocolate chip cookies were born. Well guys, they're my 5 accidental food mistakes that turned out amazing. And if you've made it this far, we're going to jump into the peanut story. George Washington Carver suggested to alternate between cotton crops and peanut crops. It helped the cotton grow even better when it was time. But what the farmers found was then they had too many peanuts. So George Washington Carver went into his lab for a whole week and stayed in there until he found multiple uses for the peanut. He came out of that lab with 300 uses for a peanut. It makes me wonder, if there's 300 uses for a peanut, what are you capable of? Well guys, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed all these mistakes that turned out magnificent. Hit that like button guys, and if you haven't already, make sure you follow us so you can stay up to date with our other tip videos and the reviews that we're going to keep doing. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. Well, that's it from me guys. Until next time, keep cooking good looking.